doing choo-choo noises? This is a tram. We go ding ding. Or you get thrown off when you do train noises on a tram. That's it, ding ding. Well done. And again, good morning. Welcome aboard the Dockline Tram. We run every Sunday 10 till 4. We also run long weekends and public holidays 10 till 4. Our next long weekend coming up is King's birthday weekend, so we run the Saturday, the Sunday and the Monday. Just a reminder, we are sharing a little story as we go around the loop, so if you've got little ones, you need to put the zip over the talking bits, turn the listening bits on, because seriously folks, it is very hard to hear when everybody's talking and the young ones are yelling as well. We had a few complaints last week. We don't like complaints, so please hold that conversation till after the tram ride, and in that way everybody can hear the story as we share it going around the loop. Well, this area used to be the home of industry in Auckland, certainly the last place you'd come and spend a nice Sunday morning. Now transformed into our newest inner city suburb, we call it Wynyard Quarter. It's named after Wynyard Wharf, which is the wharf that goes off on the left there. Jellicoe Street here, the restaurant heart of the quarter, and on the left hand side, all the restaurants are sitting on North Wharf. Once a very busy wharf back in the day, and the original wharf shed is just coming up here on the left with the red doors. Built in 1926, the same year this tram was built. The old wharf shed here on the left, now home to the Wynyard Pavilion restaurant. Those of you who like ice cream will definitely want to check out Gelati Amo. Coming up here on the left, you can see the fluorescent sign, famous for that beautiful gelato ice cream. And we're about to turn the corner into our next tram stop, which is in Halsey Street. Passing on our left, Kalanga Plaza, the Welcome Plaza. Not much of a welcome at the moment with the bridge stuck in the up position. There's a fault on the bridge. So if you are going to downtown, it's a little bit of a hike all the way around the edge of the Viaduct Harbour. Our next stop here in Halsey Street. Hello.
Hello.
Yes it is, or if boss. It's just $2. We do take if boss charge. If not, I can take it. No, that's all right. That's all right. We'll do it. Tickets, an all-day ticket, good till 4 o'clock. Thank you. Thanks very much. Hello. $2. $4, thank you. On the card or on the phone? Hey, wait at the back of the Oh, I think it did. Yes! Ticket's an all-day ticket till 4 o'clock. We share a little story as we go around, so we just ask old conversations about the tram ride. It's hard to hear. Thank you. You're welcome. Thanks, man. And welcome aboard those of you just joined us. Let's get away from this happy crowd here on the left. Well, when this area was created in the 1920s, it was created to be the home of industry here in Auckland. When the roads were put down, they were all named after old British men who had a background in the maritime industry. This is Halsey Street we're travelling down, named after Admiral Lionel Halsey, who commanded a battle cruiser during the First World War called HMS New Zealand. Admiral Halsey's claim claim to fame was that while he was in command of the ship, he never lost a single man, and nor did the ship suffer any serious damage despite all the battles they fought. The crew looked on Admiral Halsey as the lucky captain. The trees you see ahead of us surround one of the oldest sporting grounds in Auckland, and that of course is Victoria Park. Well, what you might not know is that back in 1901 there was no Victoria Park. That was a fishing lagoon, and it was called Freeman's Bay, the harbour going right up to the bottom of Franklin Road and Victoria Street. And that obviously also tells you that where we're standing now, all of this land was part of Auckland Harbour. All of it has been reclaimed from the sea. The land reclamation began first with Freeman's Bay ahead of us there, completed as a sporting ground in 1905 and named after the late sovereign Queen Victoria. They then began to reclaim the land in stages. This little bit we're sitting on now, 1923, the last piece of land reclaimed was way up the far end behind us in 1929. About to turn the corner into our next tram stop, which is in Gaunt Street. So when you consider that where we're standing now used to be part of the harbour, you'll understand why when construction began on these buildings here on the left, from about 2014 onwards, they had to go down some 30 metres to find solid rock to put the building foundations on. This time we're turning into Doldie Street, a street named after William C. Doldie, who was the very first chairman of the Auckland Harbour Board way back when Auckland became a city in its own right in 1871. William C. Doldie was also part of our first city council, and as a councillor in 1874 he helped to set up the Auckland Fire Brigade Service, which this year is marking its 150th anniversary. But ladies, you're not forgotten down here, because when the park on the right was set up 6 years ago, they named the park after William C. Doldie's wife, Amy Doldie. She was a loud and long campaigner of women's rights and the suffragette movement here in New Zealand, and I guess it's because of women like Amy Doldie that New Zealand was the first country in the world to give women the vote. Well, you're probably thinking it's a bit strange having a tramway going in a circle with 4 tram stops. And that's because this tramway was part of a much bigger concept that has never been realised. When the tramway opened in 2011, we were meant to be the link to downtown Auckland, travelling along Quay Street, terminating at Queen Street, bringing people from downtown here to Wynyard Quarter, and then taking them back to downtown again. But unfortunately, only the loop was constructed, which means that we now are on borrowed time. It's expected at the end of this year the tramway will close for good, so the tram shed on the left can be demolished and the next block of apartments built on the site. We'll also lose the community herb garden here on the left as well. slides in the tower on the right hand side, a tower built to recreate the days of the oil tanks. A lot of our tram drivers have been down the long twisty turny slide. They all popped out at the bottom, so if you're feeling brave, give it a go. It's a lot of fun. And those great big concrete silos on the left are the last remains of the Golden Bay Cement Company that was based out here when this area was the industrial centre for Auckland, and the silos give this part of Wynyard Quarter its name, Silo Park. The big steel frame gantry to the right of the silos has children's playground in front of it, and you get a great view of the Auckland Harbour Bridge from the top level of the gantry. If you're staying with us, part 2 of the story next trip round. If you're leaving us now, remember your tram ticket's good till 4 o'clock.
Thank you, driver.
Well done.